Hello everyone, this is Stella at Debutante Brawl, and tonight, I am exhausted. I had to wake up at 6 in the morning to drive out to Glenwood to DreamWorks. I had to be there this morning, and I gave myself all this time because it was all rainy out all week. It was supposed to be all rainy today, and I was supposed to get there in the morning, and I live in Venice, so I'm not exactly close to Glenwood, and I have to take the 10, the 405, the 101, and the 134 freeway all the way to the 5. I made it in 25 minutes, so I got there a little early and had to just hang out. I'm not telling why. I'm not allowed to talk about why I was there. But, so, I guess, alright, I am feeling better. I feel healthy again, which is fantastic. I felt so bad over the last, well, this last week I've been a lot better. But the previous 2 weeks, I said this in my last vlog that, should I stop calling these vlogs? Because it never rolls off the tongue very well. Maybe in my last video. In my last video, I think I talked about how I was sick. And, it was awful. I really hope that no one else had this. Of course, I know that everybody I know had it, and, you know, people in Florida and New York and everywhere else. So I'm sure that that it was just the scourge of the world. This cold flu thing that everyone had. It's awful. But I'm feeling better, and I'm just doing a quickie this time. I really, honestly, am doing a quickie. I always say, like, I really don't know why how I fill up my time in these videos. But I always do it. I always manage to be like, right at the edge at like 9.5 minutes or something like that. And it's ridiculous because I'm just beating a dead horse by saying how I have nothing to say and I just fill the time. But anyway, I did have something on my mind for this one. So I live in Los Angeles, and not Los Angeles proper, but I live in Venice, and I'm confused by the the community. If there is any kind of transy kind of community, like I hear people talk about it and like gay, lesbian, trans groups and stuff like that. But like, are there any 20, 30 something just like people like me that are that know each other? They just happen to know each other, or like from going out, or what? Like, can I start like a trans craft club or something like that, where people get together and do crafts or something? I don't know, something besides like going to some club or bar or something. Oh, I mean, that's fine too. It feels like the people that get together are always a lot older, or I don't even know. I hear about an event here and there, but I really don't know about any kind of like thingamajigger, that people get together that are trans. But I mean, there's bound to be a lot of trans people in Los Angeles, and I understand that some don't want to be considered trans, maybe, I want to be considered a woman, and I don't want to have anything to do with the trans community or whatever. But it feels like there's a lot of people, like our age, like in 20s and 30s. I'm going to be 29 in less than a month. Excuse me. I still have a little bit of a throat thing. But like, in my age bracket, there seems to be a lot of people transitioning, and it seems kind of like a excuse me. For once, it's like an open thing that people are doing, and it's and people are like using YouTube and MySpace to sort of like meet other people, and I think it helps. I think it helps a lot, seeing what other people are going through my age. There's really nothing I can relate to with someone who's 45 and is married with kids, and I mean, those, I'm sure that person has has problems and troubles, and not problems, I don't mean it that way, but has, you know, things that they go through, but they don't really relate to me so much. And I feel like I've had a very different experience from a lot of the experiences I've read about. But the people that I've talked to that are my age, it's much closer to what I feel that I'm going through. And you know, I'm just curious. You know, what other LA, you know, T-girls and T-boys are out there that want to you know, like connect informally. I mean, even if it's not. I mean, I guess meeting. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be any kind of like special thing, but like I think I just like to, you know, make some trans friends. You know, just like you know, like normal trans people that are in my age and sort of, you know, like likes and what have you. You know, the things that are shared outside of just you know, like being trans or what have you. I find that's a funny thing about, like, you know, communities like, you know, like the trans community or something like that, or, you know, like our gay or lesbian community or whatever. It's different than like a bowling league. People that are in a bowling league, they all like to go bowling, and it makes sense. You know, you get together, you all have the same interest, and you know, like whatever, you know, like a book club, you all like to read. But like the trans community, like that's like a club for people with brown hair. I feel like it's not a genuine way to like figure out someone's, you know, like it's more like a family. To me, it feels more familial. I had this thought where it's like, just because someone else is trans, it doesn't mean that they have anything else in their life that relates to what you're going through, or, you know, like your personality, your likes and dislikes, you know. I mean, maybe I'm sure there's some overlap. There's a lot of personal experiences that overlap, but, you know, it's just a very loose connection, you know. I mean, it's like saying that any two girls or any two boys would be friends because they are girls or boys, you know. Like it's I don't know. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just looking to see, you know, if there's any other people in Los Angeles that are, you know, like-minded and whatever. I'm beating this to death. So that's all I got. That's all I got. The dogs are good. I should probably give a little update on the pups. We've renamed Elmer. Elmer is now Murphy, because he's got this squished face thing, and he looks like an Irish cop, you know, from like the 30s or something like that. You know, he's just, I don't know, just the way he tends to look like. He looks like a Murphy. He looks Irish, even though I think he's French mostly, because I think he's part Papillon, part Shih Tzu. I think that, I don't know what Shih Tzu is. I don't know what that Eastern. I really don't know. I don't know where that comes from. But and Daisy is great. Daisy is sleeping on the couch with her head tucked under her butt. Maybe you can see all the way over there. That's her right there, and that's her head, and that's her butt, I think. So that's it. That's another one of my blogs. And look at this. I'm at it like 8 minutes and 50 seconds. It's ridiculous. Well, I guess I'm just meant to fill these things up. So I'll see you guys next time. I don't know why I did that. Sorry. Okay. Good night.